new episode, know you probably waiting. Plant a seed in your brain, let me pollinate it. And I'm not like the rest, I don't do the faking. You are now tuned into Bro Conversations. Ryan in a motherfucking roll, nigga talking down, no, yeah. If he talking wreck, I'ma show, yeah. And I got the skill about the show. Oh, hey. Hey, what's cracking, what's cracking, what's cracking? You already know I gotta do it. Yo, hey, what's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin'? Hope everybody doing good, feeling good. You got something to sip on, smoke on, whether it's alcoholic, whether it's not, whether you smoking tobacco or whatever. You need to get off it, but hey, wean yourself out, do what you gotta do. And if you don't know by now, I'm your host, OG Odie, the world's of the most poverty. I'm the host, OG Odie, the host of the world's most poverty-stricken podcast, Broke Conversations, and we back up in here for another week. I got something special for y'all at the end too, but I ain't gonna spoil it. Read the description if you yeah. Anyway, I ain't about to talk too much. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Ugh, I feel so good. If you can't tell. Alright. First topic, first item on the docket. Alright, Ja Rule has recently sold his Fire Festival logo patent, which he bought back in, I think, Fire Festival was supposed to have in 2017, so he probably have it 2017 or before that. But before I even get into this, I want to give y'all the backstory. I was me being young. I don't know a lot of shit. I missed a lot of cultural moments. I don't know about Jay-Z dropping Blueprint. I don't know how that made the streets feel and shit like that. But hey, what I do know is this Fire Festival situation, because that was big even in my school back when I was in high school and shit. Obviously, 2017, I was only like 17, maybe about to turn 18. But anyway, the whole Fire Festival situation. If you haven't heard about it, there was supposed to be a festival, a big extravagant vacation, like damn near resort type of situation for people that paid money for it and all that. But and the thing about the whole Fire Festival situation is Ja Rule was connected, and it was some other people, some other dudes. I can't remember their name, but I'm pretty sure Ja Rule, he was a big component of that. You know, he was pushing it and stuff like that. And so, around the time that they were supposed to, fly everybody out, it was supposed to be all expenses paid, gourmet meals, buffets, and all that. It was supposed to be that. But by the time that they started flying people out and shit like that, people noticed that what they signed up for and what was said in the ad or whatever it would be and what they got, it was two different things. I was hearing stories, and like I said, this was 2017. I was hearing stories back then. Reports of people only getting like ham sandwiches for food and shit like that, like damn near sack lunches, and it was just basically like, I don't know if y'all ever had this experience yet. I hope you don't, but it was the how I can't even speak. How I can sum it up. Let me slow it down. How I can sum it up is, if you've ever been online and you looked up a hotel or a resort, and then you got there and it was supposed to be 5-star, but it's really 1-star or 2-star. That's basically what this whole Fire Festival thing turned out to be. And that being said, the people that were taking the money and stuff like that, because Ja Rule obviously wasn't taking the money from the people directly for the services. He didn't set it up. He was just a part of it. So he didn't go to jail. But the people that set it up behind the scenes, they ended up going to jail. They ended up having to pay everybody back their money and stuff like that. And so yeah. So now you basically up to speed. So obviously Ja Rule, he got a patent. He got a painting made for back then for $2,000 for the Fire Festival symbol. Of what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like damn near Woodstock or whatever, or something like that. And that, like I said, that ended up not happening. So, let me get to this. Ja Rule has recently sold, like I said, the painting that he bought for $2,000 of the Fire Festival logo, but he sold it for 122,000. So if anything, it was a bad experience and shit like that. If anything, at the very least, like Ja Rule got a dub because shit, to put 2 racks into something and then have somebody pay double, triple, quadruple, quintuple what you bought, that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? And when Ja Rule was asked about the painting and asked about this situation, he was like, yeah, fuck that painting, fuck all this shit. I don't want nothing in my house to remind me of that bullshit, cause at the end of the day, even though Ja Rule wasn't a part of that shit, his name was still connected to it, and it fucked up his rep. But yeah, that's basically, yeah, that's that. Let me move on. All right. Following multiple mass shootings, President Biden has proposed that the loopholes in the background system should be fixed, and 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 should be fixed and closed, and also automatic assault rifles should be banned. Um, Something that he said that was interesting was he said that when he was a senator, he helped pass a bill that stood the test of time for the longest in reference to this, because I don't know if you know it, maybe you've been under a rock or whatever, but if you have, there have been a I've heard reports that there's been more mass shootings in the U.S. than there's been days this year, and stuff like that. And what a lot of these mass shootings have in common is everybody has an assault rifle. Ain't nobody doing a mass shooting with a pistol. Don't nobody got that aim, and that's another thing, nigga. If you, I ain't even gonna encourage nobody. Yeah, I ain't gonna encourage that. But if you, yeah, 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 yeah. but yeah though. I find this interesting for two reasons. One, because the American people, I know a lot of them, they may not be rocking with that because, especially, hold up, especially if you live in a southern state or something like that, or you live in a family that's had guns for generations. Oh, my grandfather, they could be like, oh, this is my grandpa's musket that I had in World War II, something like that. Especially in America, I feel like this is one of the only countries, and I think this is a part of the reason that makes us first world, because in other countries, especially like UK and shit like that, nah, the guns are banned and shit like that, and it's a little different over there. They're a little more savage out there in UK because it's more popularized to get stabbed up or to get acid thrown on you or in your face or in your eyes and stuff like that. That's some barbaric shit. And when you think about it, all a gun, even a pistol, you just pressing the button. You not really having to take out the action that the bullet is doing. You really doing the minimal work. So in that case, Americans, we really way softer than them other countries. We don't want, well, at least I don't. I don't want no smoke with somebody that's all right with murdering somebody or maiming somebody with a knife, just back to back. Cause you got to think about it. It ain't just 3 stabs. It's like 6, 7, maybe 20. Depending on if you can get up and get out that situation. But like I said, I found this article interesting because first of all, it's gonna cause an uproar. That's given. It's gonna cause an uproar, and I feel like if the government tries to be too hands on and really like be like, nah, we about to search your house and all that shit. Because even with the coronavirus, in other countries, I believe it was China or maybe Asia, their government was literally locking people inside, and that man, that was literally locking people inside, like boarding up houses, coming through in the hazmat suits and the riot shields and stuff like that, and boarding shit up, but that's super inhumane because you don't know if that family has enough food. You don't know if it's somebody in that house that should not be in the house. Cabin fever and shit like that. A lot of shit. You find out this and this is something I live by. You find out who somebody is whenever you going through a bad time. I don't like. You can be cool when we cool, but I really want to see your true intentions. How do you view me when it's not that? That's kind of off topic, but it kind of coincide with what I'm saying. But yeah though, I don't know, especially in this day and age. I would hope. I mean, 9 times not all right. Let me say this. Let me say this, and I'm gonna leave this topic. 9 times out of 10, if you are a automatic weapon or automatic weapon owner or AK-47 or assault rifle, whatever you want to call it. Whatever. If you own a pistol or a gun in that caliber, unless you're fight, I don't think you need something like that unless you're fighting for your life like every day or every week or like faithfully like the KKK is burning crosses on your line. I feel like that would be the only reason you would need something of that caliber. I feel like I feel like this would be specifically a good thing in America if this were to get done because it would teach niggas how to fucking aim. When you got a 100 round drum or 100 shots in an AR, you don't have to fucking aim, and then that leads to when there are mass shootings, you aren't even hitting. It kind of sounds fucked up, but when there are mass shootings, you aren't even hitting your intended target unless you're just trying to kill everybody. But damn, I guess that kind of I ain't mean to say it like that. Well, oh well, oh well. But like like I said, I feel like if this law can be passed, if Joe Biden, especially as he's bigging up his rank, he said he's helped get it done as a senator, and now he's a president, so he got a little bit more pull and leeway and stuff like that. So if it does get done, I think ultimately it's just gonna make America a better place. It's gonna make us safer. It's gonna alleviate the PTSD that normal fucking people have going to a fucking massage, going to a church, going to a massage parlor, going to school, dealing roof. Like it's countless shit, man. It's countless shit, and we most definitely need some type of change. I'm not saying that this is the end all be all, but yo, we need some type of motherfucking change. Period. Moving on. Mike Tyson. I love Mike Tyson, bro. I be listening to the Hot Boxing podcast often. Often. Mike Tyson got a lot of gems. If you don't know about that, go listen to Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson and Evan Britton. That shit is super hard and super intellectual and it makes you think about somebody like him. You get the not a lot of people, especially when you reach a certain level of fame. Michael Jackson wouldn't or whatever for whatever reason couldn't do that. What I didn't even think about that. Wouldn't that be dope to listen to an interview? Well, not even interview. Listen to a podcast by Michael Jackson. That shit would be crazy. Imagine all the stories or Eddie Murphy or shit like that. And I say all that just to say, once you reach a certain point, we are very lucky to just be able to peer into his life, even if it's for an hour or 2 hour episodes. It's really dope because you can really soak up a lot of wisdom from somebody like that. Even if you don't live your life like that, you can really But Mike Tyson is choosing to get back in the ring, man. This May on the 26th. This May on the 26th. That's supposed to be the day. And he's getting back in the ring with guess who? Evander Holyfield. So I'm really excited to see this. Fuck that tie shit. Cause I remember the last time with the last fight with Roy Jones. They said, oh, it's a tie. No, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Mike Tyson did not come back out of retirement, get back in shape for a fucking tie. I know he wasn't content with that, but he's grown and become a public figure, so he probably don't want to wild out too much and be like, yeah, fuck that shit. I deserve this, and it was probably just cool for him to get back in the ring after so many years and shit like that, like for real. But yeah. As of right now, I don't know the parameters of the fight, but I hope at least we can get 3 minute rounds. If we can get 5 3 minute rounds, 4 3 minute rounds, that's what I want. I don't want to see no fucking 2 minute fight. That's not even a fight. That's a spar or take. Depending on who you are and what type of boxer or fighter you are, if you're more defensive, especially if you're defensive, you don't have much time to be defensive unless the other person's going offensive. But if y'all both fighting defensively, 2 minutes, that's like 2 seconds. In 3 minutes, that's not much of a difference, but it's a whole lot can change within like a minute, especially a minute in a fight. Man, please. But anyway, I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see the outcome of that. Fuck the tie. Fuck that shit. Fuck a tie. We need a winner. I don't care if it's an upset. We need a winner. I don't care if Mike lose or win. We need a winner. Fuck that tie shit, man. These are OGs in boxing. Roy Jones, OG. They don't deserve that. Oh, it's a tie. No, fuck that shit. I trained for this many months, this many weeks. The date was pushed back, especially with they fight. The date was pushed back like 3 or 4 times, and I don't know who's to blame, and I don't really care. But no, fuck that shit. They didn't work all their lives and then retire and then come back. No, fuck that shit. We need to win. So shout out to Mike Tyson and yeah. Moving on. Oh my god. Okay, moving on. Okay, I don't know what state this in. I saw it on World Star. Go look it up if you want to see what's popping. Every Sunday after church, this specific service pastor plays dead, and until the attendees of the church and of the service put enough money on his body to resurrect him. I thought that this was something that stood out. This was something that stood out to me a lot because and and they were black. That's something I hate about this shit. Like as creative as black people are, sometimes we use that shit in the worst way. Because one of my big questions about this situation is, okay, that's cool, you getting money, even if you become a billionaire, the best case scenario, trillionaire. Okay, off of this, okay, cool. What are you gonna do when you die? Are you an atheist? All right, okay. That's the better question. That's the better question. Are people that do this shit and really scam and sell holy water and act like and the people that come into churches act like they're sick, act like they have cancer, act like they're about to die, and then they get blessed by the community, by the congregation, by getting slapped or holy water thrown on them or blessings or speaking in tongues. Do you think that yeah, I think the only person that'll be capable of doing that with a sound mind and thinking you doing good is or trying to portray that you're doing good is an atheist. Cause honestly, what do you think God or higher power or Jesus, whatever you believe in, what do you think they're gonna his or her or they reaction is gonna be if and when you get to heaven or if and when you get judged? Do you think it's gonna be a positive reaction? And then on top of that, you got adults. These are adults. I would understand if children were putting the money down. These are grown adults. You know right from wrong, but obviously, shit today has just turned into a show, man. That's why it's. I'm not even gonna make it general. I'm gonna say most of the people that all right, let's say that most of the people that I watch the content I watch, most of the people that are around me, they don't go to church, and it's not. And this was a fact before even the pandemic. I don't want to hear that. This was a fact before the pandemic because a lot of them they're full of shit, man. They're full of shit, and even if they're not full of shit, some of them are rapists, some of them are adulterers, some of them, and as more of situations like this on World Star get exposed, it's making the morale of people that actually want to learn, actually want to know, it's making that less and less prevalent in their lives. So I feel like the more this shit goes on, the more you can turn on your TV at 4 or 5 a.m. on whatever channel, and it's a white person or a black person smacking somebody, trying to relieve them of the demons or relieve them of their sins. It's like it's just first of all the acting is terrible. If you're gonna do something, do it right. The acting be terrible. And second of all, yeah, what do you think God or whatever? Like I don't see how you could do that with a sound mind, thinking you a Christian and then judging other people in the congregation. That really be the worst. I wish I was, especially me being who I am right now. I wish somebody would try to talk down to me about, oh, you didn't give enough, or you didn't give anything, tithes and all that shit, and try to call you out from the congregation, because a lot of people they do that. But I'm not gonna harp on this too much. I'm about to move on to the next topic, y'all. Hit me in the DM, hit me in my comments. Hit the description, get my Instagram and shit like that. Let me know, what do y'all think about this situation? Is it justified? Is it cool? Is this the type of shit that makes you want to go to church? I don't know. But anyway, the spokesman of oh yeah, oh my god, I gotta take another sip. Yeah, woo. I've been waiting for this one. That's lemon water, by the way. Gotta stay hydrated. Um, the the spokesman for Trump's 2020 campaign, Jason Miller, claims within 2 or 3 months, Donald Trump will reveal a new social media platform after being banned from all major social media sites for inciting violence that led to the attack on the Capitol. on January 16th. And this reminds me of Alex Jones. This reminds me of Alex Jones because cancel culture does not exist. Okay, I'm gonna just say that this is how I feel. Cancel culture does not exist, and I'm gonna tell you why. Cancel culture doesn't exist because you cannot like somebody and they can still be productive. They can still make money. Have all right. Let's say that half of let's use R. Kelly. If he was out, if he wasn't convicted, half of R. Kelly fans could be like, nah, fuck that, you a rapist and shit like that. But the other half, they still gonna buy merch, they still gonna be at the shows, they still gonna be outside of his prison. Cause I don't know if y'all remember, there was footage of R. Kelly's report R. Kelly's fans. There was footage of them being outside of the jail that he was located in and stuff like that, saying free him and all that shit. And he's actually been convicted and he's serving time. But people like that, there are some people, especially when you reach a certain point in being an artist and stuff like that. There are people that reach that point, reach that pinnacle. You can't be canceled. R. Kelly cannot be canceled, even if he served 20 years. Okay, when he get out, it's still gonna be people that's gonna want to listen and stream and hear his music. Canceling and blackballing is two different things. And I want to speak about blackballing. Like I said, cancel culture does not exist. You cannot like somebody and you cannot listen to them. Okay, that's cool, but everybody in the world is not ever going to simultaneously share your view. Blackballing is a little different. And the reason why I want to bring this up is Alex Jones got blackballed. Alex Jones. I don't, and I hope this shit don't get taken down because shit. Just because I said his name, but Alex Jones is somebody all right, I'm gonna summarize it. Alex Jones is somebody who at a time denied or questioned. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. He's a person that questioned the Sandy Hook shootings and stuff like that, and that caused a lot of people to be on his side, and a lot of crazy people to be on his side, and a lot of crazy people to go to the parents of the Sandy Hook victims. That's it a lot. His platform was so big that the people that didn't actually see exactly the stuff that he saw and how he saw it, they started going and terrorizing the victims of the Sandy Hook children that died. You know what I'm saying that it didn't happen and stuff like that. But he didn't know that him saying that would do that. So ever since then, he's been on the press run saying, "Oh yeah, I believe it happened. I believe it happened. I believe it happened." And he's done that on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he also recently done it on Flagrant 2. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but and he did that. He did Flagrant 2 a few years ago. The Joe Rogan shit is still up. It was that episode happened a few months ago, but the Flagrant 2 shit happened, and YouTube actually took down Flagrant 2's episode with Alex Jones for whatever reason. I thought it was a great episode. I know it got a bunch of views and shit like that, but this is blackballed. This is blackballed, and I think Trump is in that same category. And this sounds and if you don't know, Alex Jones, he, like I said, he's blackballed. He's off of Spotify, all that shit. So the only thing that Alex Jones has is Infowars or Infowars.com or Infomedia. I believe that's what it's called. And that's the only place that he can actually, I guess, get his thoughts and get his ideas out, without actually being blackballed because he owns the shit, he owns it. But this is kind of the same move that I see Donald Trump making, and it's smart because shit, if your back is up against the wall and you have no choice, and all these big media companies and these big executives, they come together and they be like, nah, we don't want him on YouTube, we don't want Spotify, blah blah blah. Okay, cool, that's the consensus. So now, like I said, now Donald Trump has to make an Alex Jones move. He has to make a social media platform, and me, I'm all here for it. I'm all here as long as he's not spewing hate speech or racism. I will not accept that. But other than that, this is one of the smartest and biggest decisions. Oh, I can imagine it. I can imagine it. This is probably gonna be one of the smartest and biggest decisions of 2021, because this has the potential to shift the whole landscape of the TikTok versus Instagram versus Snapchat war versus Twitter war. With everybody, they getting the stories, even YouTube now. The five or six big ones. This has the potential to be record breaking and shit like that. And like I said, I'm all for it because honestly, I feel like Donald Trump, he was a bad He was a bad politician because he didn't know what he was talking about, and even when he was told that what he was saying was wrong, he stuck to his guns. Okay, that's not good for a politician or president, because you need to have your ears open, no matter if you left. My bad. No matter if you left or right or in the middle. No matter what your stance is. Okay, that's one. But on the other hand of that, this nigga was funny. Like I said, when he wasn't being racist or whatever, this nigga is one of the funniest people ever. This nigga should be a comedian. I would love to see an hour or 2 hour special of Donald Trump on stage. That shit would be amazing. That shit would be amazing. But like I said, I'm very happy and I'm very excited to see this. I'm very excited to see what he gonna talk about, who he gonna talk shit about, and the fact that he's just been gone in damn near social media, forced into social media hibernation. I'm really excited to see what he's been thinking about. What because that nigga is funny. No matter what you believe, I don't give a fuck what you believe. Can't cancel me, nigga. Hey, because it ain't real. But yeah though. I'm excited to see that, and I'm excited to see what's happening. Um. And this next one is an update. Update from CNN.com. I'm about to start citing my sources. I need to start doing that. CNN.com. The European. All right. Update from CNN.com about if you're an avid listener, on the last episode, I said that other countries outside of the U.S. they were banning and slowing down the distribution of the AstraZeneca version of the COVID-19 vaccine. This is an update, and if you haven't yet, go listen to the last episode. Update from CNN: the European Union's medicine regulator has concluded that the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID vaccine is safe to use after several European countries suspended their rollouts following reports that could be linked to blood clots. More countries are set to start distributing vaccines per usual. This is this is this is big, especially for specifically AstraZeneca, because um other stuff other stuff that I read in the article, it led to believe that there's a lot of social dismay. A lot of people, they wanted to do it before all these articles and stuff coming out started coming out, and now they're timid and stuff like that. And I know that there's a larger percentage of people that were questioning, and now they're like, nah, I ain't fucking with, and who, like I said, there is a bigger, like I said last episode, there is a bigger play. There's always a bigger play in the works. In the works, it always is, and I'm just here to let y'all know, inform y'all, and let this shit play out. You feel me? Um, do what you got to do, and like I said on the last episode, the CFO of Pfizer, I forgot his name, but you can look it up. The CFO of Pfizer said that there will be a need for extra coronavirus shots and extra booster shots. Like I said, initially they only said you need the vaccine shot, then come back for the booster, or the booster or the booster and the vaccine, whichever order it went in. But now the CFO of Pfizer is saying that we may need, nah, not may, he didn't say may, he said we will need to distribute more of that. So, yo, protect yourself, protect your health, and yeah, and all that. And yeah, that's just a little, oh shit, that's just a little update on that situation. And last but not, I'm at 28 minutes. Normally I be going over. I don't be liking to go over too much. But hey, this has been the I'm about to intro the next topic. As let me stop talking. Okay, this has been another very fucking special edition of Broke Conversations. I am your host OG Odie, the host of the world's most poverty stricken podcast. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, up next, what you will be hearing in a few seconds is a song by yours truly. It's called Mood by OG Odie. OGOTI on SoundCloud. Go look at that. Go stream that and tell me what you think. And before I even play the song, I'm gonna give you a little inspiration. First of all, I freestyled this whole song. It felt so good to get in the booth. I guess I'll call it the booth. Get in the booth and get out and really just come up with some shit that is great and amazing. And I feel like that exemplifies what this song is. This is a different type of song that I've ever made. It's more of a love. It's more of like a soul R&B vibe. You know. And fair warning, I'm trying to show off my and use my vocal ability. I'm trying to have range. I got a few high notes in it. I'm not gonna spill everything in it. But listen, listen. After this song, I hope you are in the mood because I will be. Nah, but like I said, OG Odie broke his. I already did the outro. OG Odie. This next song's called Mood, and yeah, peace. I just been thinking lately. It's all about you. Loving you is not easy, but it's more than worth it. And she like when we touch and we lust when we in the mood. Come along, take my hand, see what we get into. Don't get it wrong or slightly misconstrued. With you and me, I promise we can't lose. I've been trying so long to just show you and tell you exactly how I feel. On this short journey of life, you either watch your opportunity fade away or take it. When you seem to cross my mind, you excite me every time. I'll answer when you hit my line. I'm encapsulated by your beauty. I love your hair, I love your lips. I love your smile, I love your charisma, I love all your insecurities, I love how soft you are and how you treat me. A love like this, ain't no way anything can defeat me. Open up. Those that fear commitment try to run away. They find comfort in the lonely rainy day. Soon you'll see and realize what you did one day. But you ran away from your true feelings, you abstain. Anything can happen like love. Y'all the feeling. And she like when we touch and we lust when we in the mood. Come along, take my hand, see what we get into. Don't get it wrong or slightly misconstrued. Got you with me, no way that we can lose. Yeah. I swear love will drive you crazy. Love will have you crying, begging on your knees, begging please. got me going.